Viva Mandahashu Workers Union of South Africa. Viva!
Good morning, guys. Good morning once again. Welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news. When it's trending enough to be brought here, please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who's also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of our beautiful country. Guys, let's talk about Floyd. You know, this saddens me. It saddens me. Before we start, though, I would like to say to MK members or the people that believe that we do a lot of content on MK, guys, it's unavoidable. MK makes news. MK is newsworthy. MK is the baby that everybody is watching now. Are they disintegrating? Are they pulling themselves together? Are they collapsing? Are they building? You know, there are so many things that the people are looking at when it comes to MK, because a lot is happening there. But I want to talk about Floyd. Yo, guys, how can, you know, all the time, I'm not a member of EFF or MK, but there is nothing that makes me sad like somebody who has built something. Not building anything is not easy. Floyd is a founding member of the EFF, right? And he built the EFF together with the people that you built it with, including Julius Malema. And it grew to what it was, whether you like EFF or not. So you have built something in this life, which is not easy for many people. And you leave it. You go somewhere, right? After having said so many times that there is no way you'd ever leave the EFF, you stay with the EFF, right?
There will never be a time that the EFF will be divided because of my differences with the Commander-in-Chief. We have been working together. I was thinking that for 15 solid years, like literally getting to interact every day for the past 15 years since we started working together politically. So we've been together and we'll be together forever. We represent a generational mission which will never be distracted by anything. And more than being political partners in terms of the political work, we are brothers. It's like as if we are blood brothers. So there is never a time that the EFF will be distracted.
I'm not here to convince you to come back to the EFF. I'm here as a brother to ask you, what have I done to you? So that I don't make that mistake with the next person. Maybe brotherhood to him doesn't mean anything. Maybe we love people who don't love us.
So now you go there. You allow yourself to jump the queue. Hey, you know, I don't think a Floyd was advised accordingly, or maybe basically Floyd jumped the queue and took one of the most important positions within a political party. And MK has had a lot of people building it to what it is today. When people are involved in something, they also want certain positions. So if you come from a political party like the EFF, having dragged and destroyed former President Jacob Zuma, and he gives you a position like that, and you are comfortable enough to leave your own political party that you founded, and you are not even thinking about the people that supported the man when you were not there, the people that supported the man when you were coming after him politically when you were still within the EFF, and you take that chance. You take that chance and become the secretary and join MK. You become their national organizer. They promote you to SG, and you don't see anything wrong with that. That's just my view. You feel like everybody within the party is going to be happy. According to me, that created divisions within MK. Sorry, guys, it's the morning. It's the morning. So I feel like that divided the MK. Right now, Floyd is standing in a union's event, speaking there, saying, I volunteer because I don't have a full-time responsibility.
Viva Mandahashu Workers Union of South Africa. Viva! Viva! MANYI buye! Ya Africa! MANYI buye! Ya Africa! MANYI buye! Ya Africa! Masibuye! Africa! Long live the fighting spirit of the June 16th generation. Long live! Long live the fighting spirit of Tshetsi Mashinini. Long live! Long live the fighting spirit of Muiso Makubo. Long live! Long live the fighting spirit of Hotsosi Ashula. Long live! Amanda! Away! Two! Well, thank you very much. Sanbonane. Mulweni. Tobela. Amsheni. Minjani. Thank you very much, President of Mandahashu Workers Union and the leadership collective that has gathered workers under the union of MAUSA, which is a union that is organizing community workers in a majority of provinces in South Africa. The leadership of the Progressive Civic Congress, the leadership of MCKENZIE, and most importantly, the workers that have joined us here from different parts of Gauteng to talk about June 16, 1976. I was speaking to the president earlier, President Robert Mwende, and asked him as to how many provinces does MAUSA exist in? And he said it's in Gauteng, in the Free State, in the Northwest, in Limpopo. But we do not have yet a proper existence of MAUSA in other provinces. This is despite the fact that in the whole of South Africa, workers who are organized under the expanded public works programs and the community workers programs face the same conditions. So comrades, you will know that until a week ago, I had a full-time responsibility as the Secretary General of MCKENZIE. Now I do not have any full-time responsibility. So I said to the President, I'm coming to volunteer to be doing work of MAUSA in the whole of South Africa. I came to volunteer to go and assist the growth and presence of MAUSA in the provinces of Eastern Cape, of Western Cape, Northern Cape, and the province of KwaZulu-Natal. So MAUSA must have members in all the regions of KwaZulu-Natal, from Utukela region to Amajuba, to eThekwini, to Ilembe, to Ugu, to Zululand, to Mkanyakude, must have members in Mgungundo. MAUSA must have members and activists in all the regions of the Eastern Cape. There must be members of MAUSA in Jotabi region, in Krisani region, in Amatol, in OR Tambo, in Alfred Nzo, in Nelson Mandela Bay, in Sarah Bartman. There must be existence of MAUSA in all the regions of the Western Cape, in Cape Metro and Overberg, in the Southern Cape, in Central Karoo and the West Coast. The reason why you need a union that exists in all corners of South Africa is because when you are a bigger union that represents all the community workers and EPWP workers of South Africa, your voice is going to be heard, your voice is going to be stronger, because it doesn't make sense that This community workers program and EPWP program has been in place for many years. But if you gauge its impact, it has not been an instrument to retrieve and relieve our people of poverty. So the members of MAUSA, CWP workers, EPWP workers still constitute a segment of what is called the working poor. It doesn't make sense that you are given a job that is paid for by government and your poverty does not change. You do not have medical aid. You do not have housing allowances. You do not have a proper minimum wage. So we must join hands and fight that all community workers and all EPWP workers must have a proper minimum wage, must have proper medical aid that is provided by the state, must have housing benefits, and must have paid leave. They must enjoy all the benefits.
Guys, that, I was just hurt more than anything. You came from there from something that you built. You were given this position in MK, and then you were later given the other position in MK, and the position that many people are looking for, because I do think that many people want that SG position, is still going to be something else as people fight for that position, right? And now you are here today, and somebody, I saw a video clip. I went and looked for this video clip that was advised by Victor. Please, thank you, Victor, for that. One of my subscribers who support my channel so much. He spoke about this video clip, and then I went and looked for it.
There comes a time when intelligent people worship the intellect. This tendency is at its worst when they start worshipping their own intellect. Once they start worshipping their own intellect, they are on their way to conflict between them and those who are threatened by that intellect. This is what may or may not have happened to the EFF, to the relationship between Floyd and Malema. Now, managing that kind of relationship, as I said, requires a lot of maturity. A maturity but may not have always existed in this relationship. Now, the fact that certain gifts of leadership reside in Julius, not in Floyd, may not have meant that Floyd has no great ambition. In other words, his ambitions are not limited to being a backroom guy who influences the content of policy and strategy. To your point about the personal in politics, I think we can safely say that at some point personality clashes, overtly or otherwise, do emerge between the two. And the EFF becomes too small for the two of them. And therefore one of them has to exit. Now, if I'm correct with some of these suppositions, Floyd is going to run into the same problem in the MK party. His intellect is going to be the source of conflict between him and others in the MK party. I remember listening to an interview between Tim Modise and Thabo Mbeki's mother. And the last question he asks Thabo Mbeki's mother is, what advice would you give to your son? And Mrs. Mbeki says, he must listen to others. He is not the only one who has ideas. Others have ideas too. I would give the same advice to Floyd Shivambu. Otherwise, his time in the EFF, in the MK party, is not going to be a good time.
The men, they said, whatever pushed Floyd out of the EFF is still going to push him out of MK. He's not going to be able to function there. He needs to work on that. Which means the issue lies with Floyd. As also Mary Paddy said, Floyd is full of pride and wara. So what saddens me the most is that Floyd has lost something that he built from the scratch to be a volunteer today. That's the summary of the whole thing, and it saddens me. I don't want to lie. Even us who build smaller things, we know the blood, sweat and tears that go into building anything at all. Talk less if you build something that big as the EFF, and you're losing it. Just like that. And today, we talk about you, the person like that you were a volunteer in some event, and guys, anyway guys, if you watched up to here, thank you for watching my videos. Kindly share your comments in the comment section. I'm looking forward to reading those, and if time allows me, I'm going to respond to your comments, but if it doesn't, I'm going to certainly react to show that I appreciate your participation in my channel. I'll be seeing you in the next video.